on Las Vegas. It's AD with 98.5 KLUC, Las Vegas' #1 hit music station. Today, very special guest. Talk to a lot of artists. We're going to switch it up. We're going to step outside that realm today. We're going to talk to an athlete, professional boxer, Cody the Crippler Crowley.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on today, man.
No, I appreciate your time, man. How was that? Did I say it correctly? The Crippler and all that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Triple C, the Crippler, whatever you want to call it.
And where'd the Crippler come from? I mean, obviously you hurt people, but...
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of stuck, you know. Cody the Crippler Crowley.
Okay.
I don't know. I
started that alliteration right there.
Yeah, I started going in and just hurting people, right? You know, so I guess...
And you can never be a blood either. You can never be a blood now. You'd have to be a Crip off top.
100%.
So you're a professional boxer. You got a fight coming up September 30th.
Yes, sir. That's my next one. I'm putting my CPBC international title on the line against some dude from Jamaica.
Some dude from Jamaica?
Yeah, some dude.
And break down what the letters you just said were, the CPBC.
CPBC, it's the Canadian Professional Boxing Council. Okay. That's our organization up in Canada for professional boxing.
Okay, and so you're from Toronto, right?
Yes, sir. Well, just outside Toronto, super small town. You know, I grew up on kind of like the countryside.
Okay.
Super small town, so... I say Toronto's home, but more so Peterborough, Ontario's home.
Okay, is that like a suburb of Toronto essentially? Or?
Yeah, okay. Like I'm talking cornfields, you know, baling hay.
Oh, y'all had this in Canada. I didn't know y'all had it like that. Okay.
Yeah,
that's how the Midwest is out here: Ohio, Iowa, all that.
Yeah, no, we're fishing, hunting, all that stuff.
So what? Obviously, boxing brought you to Vegas, but was that like your first initiation into the U.S. or like? What did you?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, 100%. It was a huge change when I came here. You know, I came from going into a grocery store. You know, going for one thing that should only take 2 seconds. You're in there for an hour because you're talking to everybody. You know, yes. You know, to now going here and unless it's my man Richie or my girl or Ibn, a couple other people, I don't know anybody.
Wow.
So it's a total culture change.
Is that a good feeling though? It's just like kind of
it's refreshing. Yeah, okay. You know, you don't gotta worry about how you look or anything like that. You can just kind of go about your day and take care of business.
Can you say about one more time?
About.
Okay, sorry. No, I'm not messing with you. There's a show I used to watch. I still watch it. How I Met Your Mother, and they're from Minnesota. So they say like Minnesota. Like, but I have a horrible, I can't do it. But like, so they always talk about their O's and how they pronounce stuff. So I had to hit it. Really quick.
About, house.
Okay,
out.
It's a little accent there. So and who do you have next to you? Who's my guy right here?
This is my main man, right hand man, Ibn Kaysen.
Okay.
He's my trainer / management. We kind of do it all together. So.
Oh, and how'd you guys meet? How'd you guys come together?
I just kind of got dropped off on his doorstep for real.
Okay.
I had this guy who was managing me and I didn't have a coach here in Vegas, you know. Like I said, I don't know anyone. I'm stranded all by myself. And my management's just like, we got a couple guys lined up. Go test them out and tell me which one you like. First person I got dropped off at was Ibn.
Wow.
And
how do you pronounce that? Ibn? How do you say that?
You say Ibn.
Ibn.
Yeah. Ibn.
Ibn.
Yeah, Ibn.
Ibn.
Yep. You got
it.
it.
Is that all right? Seriously?
1,000%.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, I got dropped off with him, and I thought I was good, and so I'm like,
you
shoot.
Thought. He was good.
The chemistry, I felt like the chemistry was there. I seen this guy on the mitts doing all this crazy stuff. So I'm like, shit, this is the man. Let's do it.
Right.
Told my guy that, and I guess he went back to Ibn, and Ibn said, no
Not
way.
there yet. And this
no
was
way.
3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago. He said, if you're spending money on this kid, save it.
Wow.
Because you're gonna lose some money. You're not gonna make any money.
Okay.
But I told my management, I said, I got to train with this guy. This is the guy that's going to make it for me, and we're going to do some real good stuff. So Ibn said, hey, that's cool, but you got to pay me.
Okay.
Pay me up front.
It's a business.
Yeah. But you know what? My management team didn't really work out. And to say the least, it didn't work out. And Ibn wasn't even really getting paid.
Okay.
Ibn wasn't getting
I didn't know about it really at the time. But Ibn was just kind of keeping it to himself. He seen a guy there that wouldn't quit, wouldn't give up, and he kept coming back every single day.
Respect.
So he kept training me, and 3 years later, we're here, undefeated, 12-0. I've been boxing over 13, 14 world champions, been in there with everybody from Floyd to Zab to Jorge Linares to you name it. I've been in there with everybody. We've been traveling the world together. It's just been a good little mix-up that we've had for the last 3 years.
So you spoke on Floyd. I know you're in if I don't say this right, just ignore it. But you're a sparring partner with Floyd.
Yes, sir.
And now that's an actual job in itself, correct?
100%. Yeah.
How'd that come about? Describe the process. Describe even the job of it.
It came about a couple years ago with the Manny Pacquiao fight.
Okay.
With him being a southpaw and me being a southpaw, you know.
And for someone who doesn't know boxing, what's a southpaw?
A southpaw, left-handed fighter.
Okay.
You know. So there's not too many left-handed people in the world.
Okay.
For real, like, you know, the odds of being left-handed are short. And then being a left-hander that's a boxer,
even smaller.
Even smaller. Now being a left-hand boxer that's anywhere from 140 to 160 pounds to kind of get that same size ratio is extremely small. So it just happens I fit that criteria. You know, at the first day I went there, actually they told me no. They said you're way too tall.
Was it like an audition almost? Like you went there to
It's like people show up.
Okay.
And the sparring manager kind of says yes or no, and they'll keep you for a little bit, but then Floyd will try you out, but if he doesn't like you, he'll send you home.
Okay.
But, you know, so I went in there the first time with him and did excellent. You know, he respected me right from the get-go. He tried his best to get me out of there, but he couldn't. So from then, it started a relationship, I would guess. Okay. And I got the job. Wow. I guess that was like an interview, right?
Right.
So I was with him for the whole 8 weeks of the Pacquiao fight. And then as soon as the McGregor thing came up, I knew, you know, he's southpaw too. He's a little bit bigger, but I still fit the criteria. So
did he reach back out to you, or did you put yourself back in?
We reached out to them. Said, you know, I'm available anytime you want, and then they hit us right back up, and we got in there.
Okay, so just because it's coming up, next week actually, or this week, whenever this interview decides to go viral, go out. Floyd, McGregor, who do you have?
Floyd, Money, Mayweather all day.
And you're not saying that because you work with him and
No. This is it's simple, man. 1 + 1 = 2.
Okay.
This is boxing. It's not MMA. The dude has been.
Connor's nice though. I feel like.
Yeah, you see him in the octagon, you think he's nice against a dude who can't even throw a 3-4 punch combination.
Okay.
So he might look nice, you know, and he looks sharp because he's counterpunching these guys that have no idea what they're doing throwing punches.
Okay.
So now you got a guy who's been training since, you know, the day he was born to be the best.
Right.
And has been the best, undefeated. He's been world champion for over 20-something years. He's beat every competition in front of him. He's beat the hardest punchers, the best punchers, the fastest guys. And so now people think that some dude who just created a name for himself,
right,
and can do decent against a guy who doesn't know how to punch, that Floyd can't handle himself just because this guy can punch. But Floyd's beat everyone that can punch, and that's been doing it ever since they were like 2 or 3 years old.
So, and what makes you, or like why should Floyd have taken this fight? Like I was 110% that Floyd's not going to take this. This makes no sense for Floyd.
Floyd took it because the fans want to see it.
The money.
And obviously the money, but
is he really going to make $300 million from the fight?
Yes.
Okay.
The money's there because the fans want to see it.
Okay, got you. That makes sense. And there's nothing in your brain, in your heart that thinks Conor McGregor can pull this out at any given circumstance.
No, not a chance.
And let me ask you this: so, as a boxer, you throw hands. That's a natural thing. Like, I heard that Conor McGregor, if he were to throw a kick or anything like that, he's going to get fined or something.
Yeah, I think there's a heavy contract done up about like any sort of illegal blows.
How tough would it be for you not, like if you were just, I don't know what kickboxing is, if you can even throw a punch in kickboxing, but if you were told you cannot throw a punch, how tough would that be for you as a boxer to hold back on?
I don't think it'd be tough at all. You know, you know the rules.
Okay.
So I don't know.
That money talk.
Yeah. If I know if I punch, I'm fined millions of dollars. I'm never gonna punch.
So you think Conor will be just fine, not throwing a kick or anything like that?
Yeah. Okay. Guaranteed.
No doubt. So I just put this together as we were talking, but your name, Cody the Crippler Crowley.
Yes,
That's
sir.
3 C's.
Yeah.
Is that where CCC Promotions comes from?
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my own company that me and my team have created.
Dope. And how
Triple C.
Triple C. Okay, it's like Rick Ross. You might have a little like a brotherhood right there. Rick Ross got the Triple C's down there in Miami, so that might be some type of combination there eventually. What about Top Rank Promotions? Is that?
I was signed with Top Rank before.
Okay. Is this the bad management that we were talking about prior to?
No,
nothing to do with bad management. When I first moved out here, after me and Ibn were trained together for about like 6 months, I was just sparring over there one day, and I did real good against one of their top guys.
Okay.
So they signed me right there. The very next day, I went to their office, signed a nice 5-year contract. I thought I won the lottery. Everything was set. A couple weeks later, when I had my pro debut on a huge card, Gamboa versus Crawford, I got a nice knockout. A couple weeks later, I fought here at the Cosmo. They set me up with a nice fight. I got a nice knockout. So I was just, on fire.
Okay.
I was super happy. And then next thing you know, I didn't really hear from them for a little bit. Maybe I guess they weren't totally impressed. I thought I was doing awesome. But they might have thought that, not so much. He's not quite there. So they were just kind of like throwing me out there. A couple of offers that they gave me were dudes a lot.
Let me jump in here. I don't really think it wasn't that they weren't impressed or not impressed. It's just that they're the biggest promotional company in the world.
Okay.
For boxing.
Top rank.
Okay. Yeah. So pretty much it was more so that they have so much talent that it's like when it came to Cody, they was like, you know what, they can just do kind of like a sink or swim type of attitude with all their talent because they have so much to pick from.
If you sink, it's not really going to affect.
It's not going to affect them at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not that they didn't see too much or whatever. I don't want to say that. It's just that they just they were ready to put him into an arena where me as his coach, I wasn't ready for him to go there. Now he was ready to fight. Yeah,
Okay.
Whatever he want to fight.
He's hungry.
Yeah, he just let me fight.
I'm a fighter.
But me, from a developmental standpoint of view, was like, no, we're not ready. Yeah, we probably would beat this guy that they're giving us.
Right.
It's a tough fight, but we probably would beat him. But just like like you say, the facts didn't add up. We were going to California, fighting a Mexican in California who was 5-0 in his backyard. That was a big ticket seller there.
Okay.
So the odds of us getting a decision, and with all his screaming fans screaming for him and cheering him on, and this is only his third fight?
Yeah, third
professional fight.
You're a third professional fighter.
Yeah.
Against a guy 5-0. It just didn't make any sense to me to take that chance. And then that's when we got together and we decided, you know what, let's just see if we can do this on our own, So we talked to Top Rank, and they had no problem with, saying, okay, you know what, you guys want to do this on your own, go ahead, no problem. Maybe we'll come back together at a later experience and do business again. So everything is beautiful with Top Rank.
Okay.
And everything is what'd you say, in harmony.
Okay.
With them,
And what happened with the management situation prior to? Yeah.
He just kind of vanished on me.
Okay.
So that's another reason why Top Rank they were just handing me these opponents, because.
Yeah, I think the man. See, I wasn't the manager at first,
Right.
And when he says I'm management, it's not really. It's not. We're a team. So he speaks.
Right.
I'm him.
Okay.
So we pretty much manage each other.
Right.
Were
you a boxer before at once or fighter?
I boxed, but
Okay.
never professionally.
Okay.
So my brother was a fighter, and I was around the game.
Got
He was a heavyweight champion, Hassan Rockman.
Wow.
So that's how I got into the game.
Okay.
But like I said, I wasn't his manager. I just know a lot from being in the game, from being around my brother, from being around the different managers, from being around these different promoters and great people in boxing, that I kind of picked up a little thing here and there.
Right.
And so I just think that once he decided that his former manager, let's just say that the manager just didn't have time for him.
Okay.
Or maybe he wasn't looking out for his best interest because he didn't have the time. He just decided, okay, it's time for us to part ways again.
His
with
loss.
the manager. Exactly. Definitely his loss.
Right.
And again, that's when we all got together and we said, you know what, let's just do this thing ourselves, man. Let's, if we're gonna sink or swim, we're gonna do it on our own terms.
Right.
And he was down with it, and I was down with it because I saw him putting in the work, and that's where we are now. I would like to make one correction though.
Yeah, please.
I would add something to what you said, because I want to say two things. First, he was a stone cold bum when I got him. A stone cold.
Cody or the manager?
No, him.
Okay.
Him as a fighter.
Okay.
Okay. And now I'm saying
You can say that though.
Of course I
Okay.
can say that. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep 100 all the time.
All right.
Okay. But what I did see, I'm talking about skill wise.
Okay.
But what I did see was the tenacity, the heart, the determination, the sacrifice that is what you need to become the best.
You're not born with that. You either have it or you don't. If you're a killer, you a killer. If you're a go-getter, you a go-getter. If you're not, you're not.
And if maybe there's a way to make that, but I haven't discovered that way yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
The genetic gene pool.
Genetic gene pool. His father's a tough son of a gun.
It's a protein mix, right?
So when he came, that's what I gravitated towards. And also another thing that we keep around us, we keep good people around us.
Right.
You know, some of the people that we all both know, me and you as well, is a very good person. And so we just keep those types of people around us. So it was a natural fit for us, you know, to do what we did.
Right.
But the correction I want to make for you is, at this point in time, now you said that you know, you have a bunch of artists on the show. Now you have an athlete. Well, he's an artist. That's what he does.
Okay.
In that ring, he paints a picture of what he wants the people to see, which results into a win.
Right.
Sometimes he even use blood to paint that picture.
Okay.
You know, but he's definitely an artist.
I like how you put that.
Definitely an artist.
So I mean, to become 12-0 is an art in itself. Do you have to? I mean, you find out how soon in advance do you find out who your opponent is, or does it vary?
It all varies. Like I could get a call today and get a fight offered tomorrow to fight. You know, tomorrow night.
Right.
But like this opponent, you know, we picked him out early, and he's got a full 9 weeks to train for the fight.
So you guys reached out to him, or is there a pool that you search from?
Well, yeah, I'm the champion, right?
Right.
So I kind of have a little bit of say
Okay.
of the people who are ranked that are coming up the ranks.
Right.
You know, whether I accept the fight or not.
Okay.
And he's the promoter.
And I'm the promoner.
So he definitely.
So I'm running the whole entire show.
Does that make it okay? And I have this conversation with artists on a consistent basis. As far as it's 2017, you cannot just be a rapper or a singer and go to the studio. You have to be a marketer. You have to advertise. You have to go. You have to schedule your own shows. So what you're saying right now,
I do all
to me.
that.
And how would for someone that says that they don't want to do that, what would you say to them? That say that they just want to box, they just want to go into the ring, and they don't want to handle or know anything about that. What would you say to that person?
That's cool, but they're not 100% in charge of their own life.
They're not going to eat if they.
No, they may eat.
Yeah, they may eat.
They're not going to eat as much as they could.
But they're not in charge.
Okay.
You know, they got to answer to somebody. I don't have to answer to anybody.
I like that.
I do what I want when I want.
Okay.
And fight who I want when I want.
That's called living.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not a slave. You're free. You do what you want to do. Maybe you might not make as much money. Maybe you will. Maybe you might make more. But you're living. You're doing. You know, you're out there and you're taking chances. And that's all the part of living. You know.
I know some fighters that you'll see them on their hands and knees, literally like this for a fight. You know, at their promoter or management team. Because
you don't have to do that.
I don't got to do that. I do what I want when I want.
Now, do you right now? Do you have a job outside of boxing and promotions? Or
no, boxing is my job. That's my whole life.
And when did you get into boxing?
I was about 14 or 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was trying to stay in shape for hockey.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being from Canada, you know, I was born with skates on my feet.
Right.
So I was a fat kid.
Wow.
You know, I was getting made fun of and everything. Like
were
that.
you really fat or?
Yeah, no, I was fat. Like I remember.
Like if you show a picture, would I say, oh damn, you fat?
Yeah, like my friend, one of my best friends, he has like 6 stepsisters, and they were all like when I was little, I thought they were like super hot.
Right.
Right. So we would go over there, and I'd always want to be over there, but as soon as they mentioned going in the pool, I'm out. I dipped.
So you want
you know,
your shirt off and all that, or some with your shirt on.
The odd time I would stay, I would keep the shirt on.
Yeah, you facts.
You know?
And I wouldn't get to tell right now, not at all.
Yeah, I love swimming, but I wouldn't swim with those girls around, so that kind of beat me up a little bit.
He's still a fat kid though. He's not wearing the suit.
You eat like a fat kid, is what you're saying.
He wants to.
Yeah, I want to eat like a fat kid.
Okay.
I'm addicted to food.
So is it tough like when you go into training for a fight that you have to just eliminate? What's like your go-to food that you want to eat all the time but you can't?
Ice cream.
And you can't touch ice cream during prep.
Not really. I try to stay away from it, but
Do you give in sometimes?
sometimes I might go get some healthy ice cream.
Well, what's healthy? Like vegan ice cream?
Healthy ice cream.
Nah, like man, this company called Hollow Top, they got this this cool new ice cream. It's like 200 calories, a whole entire pint, man. It's good.
That's what we call it healthy because it's less calories.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's healthier than
No. There's like 7 grams of fiber, 25 grams of protein. It's like a protein shake, just frozen.
This is ice cream.
Yeah.
Does it
ice
taste
cream.
like legit ice cream, or does it taste like some powder? Like, does it taste?
No. Like
You know what I'm talking about.
I'll start eating it, and there'll be like 2 or 3 empty containers. Like
Could
half
a
an hour
regular person
later.
do that? Like, or is it just you? Because now you.
I'm a fat kid.
Okay.
Listen, the guy eats a whole pie. This guy's crazy. When he eat a whole pie by himself,
Right.
With the tub of ice cream.
it's ridiculous.
I believe it.
That's part of my my problem. Like as far as me disciplining him as a trainer, from trainer to fighter, I got to tell him, look, man, I got to actually have talks with him.
Right.
Listen, you got to get serious. You know, you can't just blow up and then come back down, blow up and come back down.
But he knows he can.
Well,
But it gets harder and harder every time.
yeah,
So
as you get older, it gets harder.
and it's
with the
more
weight.
wear and tear on my body.
Okay.
Like I understand that that's a concern that he has, but I'm battling my own addiction.
Right.
You know, because you hear it all the time. People do actually have like eating disorders.
Right.
So I
Would you say
consider
that you have one? Or?
I would. I think about food probably about like 24 hours a day. If I eat something right now,
You're not exaggerating.
I'm thinking about food. No, 100%. I'm addicted to it.
But
I got an addictive personality. That's why I live in the gym.
I understand the addictive personality 100%. But that's why you was it motivation to get into boxing and to control that? Because there's people that can control it like yourself, but then there's other people that let it go and blow up to 450 pounds.
No, I think if I wasn't boxing, I'd be 450 pounds.
Okay. And you wouldn't care because you just love food.
Exactly.
Okay.
Food is life.
Okay. I like that. That's a
So-
quote right there. Gandhi. Food is life. I gotta ask. So, like for me, if I were to go out to a venue, I'm not a party, whatever, and someone disrespects me, I can throw hands. I can get into a fight, and I might get arrested or whatever. But like, I'm not going to lose anything per se. If you get into a fight, I'm assuming your hands are pretty technically weapons.
Yeah, I really don't know about all that stuff.
No. Okay. So would you try to make yourself hold back if someone disrespected you or your friends or anything like that? Just because you know what you can do.
No, it's not because I know what I can do.
Okay.
It's just there's no point.
Okay.
What's the fighting gonna solve? You know, I'd rather fight for a paycheck.
Okay. So you fight for money, whereas fighting for free there would be no point to it. Mm-hmm. So okay, and I'm gonna paint a picture. This is what popped in my head. If someone want to grab my girl's butt, I'm gonna have a problem with that. So I got to chin check them real quick. So if someone were to grab your girlfriend, fiance.
Taylor, my girlfriend.
Taylor girlfriend.
Don't get carried away.
Yeah, huh? No, I wasn't sure the time. I want to make sure I came correct. But if someone were to disrespect her in a public setting, how do you handle that as a?
I would handle it, but I don't think I need to, give the dude's face a reconstruction.
Okay. That's scary. That's scary to hear right there.
So
facial reconstruction.
I think it's more so because of where his upbringing though. I don't think it. I know you're trying to you want to know if he knows what he can do, so he doesn't do it because he knows what he can do.
Right.
I really don't think it has anything to do with that. I just think that he's been raised very logical, like he's reasonable and rational when it comes to analyzing situations.
Okay.
So he's going to look at the situation and he's going to say, "Well, is it worth it?
Does this make sense?"
He's definitely not going to not fight because he's scared. Because he's not scared of anybody.
Right.
But he just his parents raised him where, this doesn't make sense, and if he has to go that extra mile, he will, I'm sure. But just like some of the stuff that we may have, been raised on, why are you looking at me like that? No, he
right.
just don't, it doesn't feed into how he's been raised.
Kind of go off that real quick. So I have, I'm sure all of us in this room have the same mentality, but like I approach situations like can't be touched. Like you're not gonna whatever. If you disrespect me, I'm not scared of you. I don't care how big you are. I'm chin check the crap out of you. Mm. Now, granted, I have no fighting background. I don't have I've been in fight, but I'm not a professional fighter. Chances are me hurting somebody that very easily is not going to happen. Mm-hmm. You can hurt somebody very easily. Do you if you were to be put in the ring with somebody like a primetime Mike Tyson or even Floyd? Obviously, you've been in the ring with Floyd, but like if you were actually like a real fight, I don't know, sparring maybe real fight. I'm not sure.
It's a real fight.
Do you
people are getting knocked out every day?
Were you ever nervous entering the ring with Floyd or anything like that, or do you walk in there like, I'm just another man, I'm gonna make him bleed just like I would bleed?
I was never scared.
Right.
Definitely. I remember the first time I jumped in the ring. I just looked across at him and I'm like, "This is the greatest fighter on the planet that I'm gonna try to punch."
Right.
So let's see what happens.
Okay.
But
have you made contact?
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a dumb question. I don't know, but Floyd doesn't get touched that much, so I don't know. I didn't want to.
Yeah. No. Floyd's a different fighter in the gym.
Okay.
Floyd comes at you in the gym. Okay. Sometimes he makes it a real dog fight.
Okay.
He likes to break people down like that and try to dig them in a hole so deep that they can't climb out of.
Right.
And someone's got to pull him in and save him out. But no, I've made contact with Floyd lots.
Okay.
That's why I'm still here. A couple years later, second camp with him.
Okay.
So I must be doing something right.
I agree. Now, just to circle back so we don't forget this, fight September 30th.
Yeah, September 30th.
Some Jamaican dude.
Some Jamaican dude named Richard Holmes.
Okay.
Yeah, they call him the Frog. I don't know where it comes from,
Does he
but
jump? You can't do you jump during the fight? Are you leaping?
I don't know. They just call him the Frog.
Okay.
But yeah, so he should be getting knocked out.
Okay. Will be getting knocked out.
Will.
Yeah. And what do you know what his record is? Is he 12-0 as well?
No. I believe he's like 16-3.
Okay.
Something like that. He might have a draw or two also.
And do you plan on ending this in the first 30 sequence? Is that how you approach fights? Like I want to end this as fast as possible.
No, see that's what's super strange too about the way that we train.
Right.
Is like my coach, he hasn't even seen a video of the dude I'm fighting.
Wow. Wouldn't you want to?
Yes and no. Like you see fighters all the time, especially on like All Access or stuff. You see the coaches sitting there, with the remote just replaying fights. I gotta study. I gotta make a game plan. Blah blah blah. Well, you don't know what the hell is going to happen when you step in the ring.
Okay.
So that's why even 30 seconds before I step in the ring for a fight, Ibn doesn't even tell me shit to do. He tells me nothing. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. This dude might be a right-hand fighter, and all of a sudden he jumps out and he's left-handed. So we treat every situation properly. First, we have to analyze. Is that the proper word? Analyze the situation.
Right.
Take in that information, process it, and then see what we can do with it to get the job done, which is the win.
Okay.
So we treat sparring like that. We treat fights like that. So it doesn't matter. If you asked me to fight right now, I'd say, yeah, let's go. And I'd see what I'm dealing with, the time, the speed, and then I'd process it and get the win.
And
from a coaching perspective, just so because a lot of things he might say might not make me sound too good, but he pretty much what I teach him is it's certain fundamentals that always have to happen no matter what when you go out to a fight.
Okay.
And like he said, you don't know what somebody could be all of a sudden turn southpaw and you never saw him turn southpaw. So if you train for a certain thing, a lot of times it gets stuck in your head that this is what you want to do when you come out there.
It's habit.
Not habit, but you kind of want to force the issue.
Right.
And when you want to force the issue and that's not the issue, then you get stuck into something and mess around and be night.
Okay.
So I don't ever train him to have one set thing. So we go out there, for example, I might just say, all right, when you go out there, let's check the speed. We got to check a certain few parameters about this fight. And then once you gauge that, then you can go ahead and do what you like to do.
Okay.
So and depending on how fast he can gauge that will depend on how fast the
game plan goes
into effect.
I got 30 minutes to figure this person out to try to put him asleep.
That's how long the fights are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a long time.
Put him to sleep night.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And so sometimes you might just go out there and again, it's always chess. I play a lot of chess, and it's all about thinking.
Okay.
And so sometimes you might go out there and you might just try your own. Just go out there and not wait. You might just go out there and let me just shoot something real quick. Maybe I might catch him. If I don't catch him, then let me just jab and see what the speed is. Let me go inside. Or sometimes you might go out there and you can kind of feel like you gotta feel. You could tell what somebody wants to do. Is an energy. Is like a thing there that people you can't see. You can't put your hand on it, but that somebody when he wants to hurt you.
Okay.
When somebody is scared of you. You could tell when you're in there without them even saying anything.
Right.
And that's something that I teach them to be able to recognize and to be able to act on so we can get that win.
Okay. Now just speak on y'all relationship real quick. Like has business and has the business ever messed up any type of friendship or anything like that? Not at all.
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
I wouldn't say so. No. We if there's an issue, communication solves any sort of problems. Same thing with relationships with your wife or your children or with your coach. Communication is key. So if he does something, I'll tell him right there on the spot. You did something wrong.
Vice versa.
So. Let me say, I did something that he believes to be wrong.
Okay. You're never wrong.
No, I might be wrong.
Okay.
But I'm just saying. But just because you think it's wrong doesn't mean it's wrong. You may be the viewpoint that you're looking at. It may seem wrong, and then once I explain myself, you might say, "Oh, you know what? You're right. I understand."
Right.
But to build on what he's saying, we have everything is 100 with us.
Right.
When I first met him, again to his upbringing. His thing was not to create problems. Like, if they will eat it first rather than deal with it. All right, whatever, you accept them. I don't want no problems. Let's just go. I'm not scared of you, but it's not even worth me dealing with it.
Okay.
So I had to let him learn. Listen, if you have any issue with me, you bring it up to me so we can clear the air immediately
On the spot.
and don't hold no holds barred. That's why we have such a great relationship, because it's been times when, like, one time, I can give you an example. One time his parents came to pick me up, and
This was in Canada?
no, this was here.
Okay.
He was going to the airport. Now they had went all the way out their way to come drive and to pick me up, and they was just focused on getting me. And when they got there, I was like, all right. They came, and I was like, all right, look, all right, y'all go ahead, go, and I'm gonna go ahead ride with them. And they left, and they felt offended.
Okay.
Because they were like, man, we didn't have to come here to get you. We
Facts.
came out our way to come get you, and you gonna just brush us off like that? But me,
Waste of time and gas money.
that wasn't my intention.
Right.
You know, I was just thinking. I looked in there, I saw it was packed, so I'm thinking to myself, well, the car's packed. It'd be easy if I drive with them,
Right.
so that way they can have more space. So in my mind, I'm doing the right thing to them.
You was high.
Huh?
You were high when this happened.
No, I wasn't high.
That's a high judgment right there.
Oh,
Like when you get on the airplane and you see that the middle seat is available, or you see the window seat. Your seat is the window seat,
and
but the outside seats are taken. And so you say, well, can you guys just move over? I didn't gotta go over your laps.
Mm-hmm.
And so you take the outside seat, not knowing that the outside seat is also the second most one. It's the window, the outside seat, then the middle seat is last.
Right.
So when you're high and you do something stupid, you get stuck in the middle seat. I'm not speaking from experience. You guys are like, what are you talking about right now? You're going on a tangent. But you do dumb stuff when you're high. Not
Okay,
saying that
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying now.
You weren't high though.
Okay, yeah. So
You were. Oh, you were.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
So anyway, but that was my rationalization as to why I did it. So immediately he was upset because he felt like I disrespected his parents.
Okay.
So he was immediately upset, and once we got to the airport and we settled in, he said, "Coach, I need to talk to you about something." I'm like, what's going on?
Okay.
You know, and he addressed the situation. I said, "Oh, this is where I was coming from. I'm sorry." Called his mom, let her know, "Hey, I'm sorry. This is what," and it was over.
Okay. It was
over.
Squash.
It was done. Squash.
Right.
Now, in other relationships, you know, he might have been scared to talk to his coach. You know, damn, my coach disrespected me, and he ate it. You know, and now we in that whole pass, but now he kind of mad at me.
Or he just didn't want to be aggressive off top, so he wanted to hold it back.
Yeah,
but then it does build up.
But then it builds up,
up.
and now other something I'm telling him, I'm holding the pass, I'm gonna do this, and he like, man, whatever.
Right.
I'm like, man, what you mean whatever? I mean, come on, man. If you listen, if you ain't gonna listen to me, then you know I'm not gonna coach you. Then
Let's
If you
take
ain't
back to
gonna
the
listen
airport
me-
right now.
Yeah, you know, but really it was just something else that he felt disrespected. But if he would have just told me that, we could have got to the root of the problem, and we wouldn't have created another problem.
Right.
So because we have that candid, honest relationship that we just is no holds barred with us.
Right.
It's never a problem with business. He has a problem with me. Anything I do, he tells me. I told him one day he hung the phone up when we were in our first relationship when we were talking. He there something hung the phone up. I said, listen, let me tell you, I don't like that. I feel as though that's very disrespectful.
Gotcha.
Don't ever hang the phone up on me without saying bye. I don't like that. I feel as though it's a sign of disrespect. So please don't do that to me.
Right.
Okay, coach, I'll never do it again.
You need to finish the convo. You need to hear that bye at the end of the
I need to hear that bye. I just don't like that. To me, that's a pet peeve of mine.
I'm with you.
So if I let him know that, now I know if he does it again, then he's directly disrespecting me because he already knows what I.
Now he knows.
Yeah, now you know what I do, but he won't do that again.
Right.
You understand?
Unless he's trying to irritate.
Unless he's really trying to disrespect me.
Right.
And then if he does it, then I deal with it from there.
Right.
You understand? But that's the relationship we have. That's why business is never affected.
Okay.
You know, we good.
Facts.
I don't want to talk too much. Sorry about that.
No, you good.
It's about Cody Crowley.
No, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Random question: Does Floyd drink Mountain Dew during his training? I saw us like 2 years. It might have been during the Pacquiao. But
Yeah.
he still does it.
I don't know, but this camp, I don't know. I haven't seen him really, but Coca-Cola, whatever. He's always drinking something.
And is that doable? Like while you're training, do you need that caffeine or whatever, that shock? Like
No.
for you, or
No, I don't. I personally, I can't drink anything.
you want the ice cream
I want, yeah.
while you're at the gym? I'm just kidding.
I know. Me personally, I can't drink anything really while I train, or else I get an upset stomach.
Okay.
But the dude is just a freak of nature. He can do whatever he wants.
Right.
And he still goes out there and performs. You know.
We're probably gonna do that. We're gonna do that. The ice cream thing.
At the gym.
I've seen I've seen actually on for the Berto fight, which was the last fight. I seen him in hot yoga, stretching out. He's hungry.
Floyd.
So he gets someone to go pick him up a couple Big Macs. That's when they had the 2 Big Macs for $4.44 or something like that.
Yeah.
So he steps out of the room, eats the 2 Big Macs. Now he can go back to work. Now he comes back in and does his hot yoga.
So and does yoga after the Big Macs? I mean,
The dude, no matter what, you know what? He doesn't need a training camp. He doesn't need no diet. He doesn't need no strength and
He's
conditioning
good to go.
coach. He can go out there and get the job done under any circumstances. And that's why he's the best.
Do you feel yourself ever wanting to like to get in on the fights, like bet, gamble, or anything like that? 'Cause I know he's a big gambler. Like, is that ever like?
Not really. I don't got money to gamble with.
I'm cheap myself. I'm like I don't have money, but even if I did, I still don't think I'd do it. I'm frugal to the T. But he's obviously got mass funds to do it with. But I still don't think I would do it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nah. So you went to St. Peter Catholic Secondary School, right?
Yeah, St. Pete's.
St.
Yep.
Pete's. Do you get
that
a
was
lot
my
of,
high school.
Do you get a lot of people like from your high school hitting you up like that?
Yeah.
You never even talked to though.
All the time.
And like
all the time.
buddy, like, well, we didn't really speak. Like, just because you knew me when I was chunky doesn't mean we cool now.
Yeah, all the time. I got people even trying to fly out here that I don't really know or talk to.
Wow.
You know, trying to stay at my condo. So.
Wow. Yeah, that's just weird to me.
It is weird. I would feel weird asking somebody.
Why
stuff
would
like
why
that.
would I? I wouldn't ask you first. And why would I want to stay with somebody that I'm not like best friends with? It's
strange.
Yeah, very very strange. So to circle back, I'll wrap things up. September 30th, we are at the Peterborough
Memorial Center.
Say it one more. I can't.
Peterborough Memorial Center.
Peterborough Memorial Center. September 30th.
Yes, sir.
Over 1,000 tickets already sold.
Yeah, it should be another sellout crowd.
And what's the venue hold? Do you know?
It should be around 4,500.
So get them before they go. Pretty much is what they do.
Yeah, they'll go quick.
And that's memorialcenter.ca, just like that.
Yeah, www.memorialcenter.ca.
Okay, and where can people follow you at?
They can follow me social media, Facebook, just my name, Cody Crowley, or Instagram, CCC Boxing.
Okay.
On YouTube now.
Or actually on YouTube, yeah, CCC Promotions.
Well, the video you guys did with Richie there's like 30,000 views on Facebook right now.
Yeah,
it's bananas.
It got hot real quick.
We got to shout out Richie, man. Richie is the best.
Dude.
He's the man. This guy is like the a jewel that's not been found yet. He's the truth. I'm trying to sign him to CCC Promotions.
Now the funny thing is he has been found. That's why he's working for these companies that he's doing all these crazy commercials and stuff like that. But he's just found it in his heart to go and help out someone else.
Facts.
That's on the ground level.
Real quick, while we're at it, what's the word you use to describe Richie? Richie's in the room right now, mind you. Everybody that's watching.
Man, I don't know too many words.
First,
yeah. I don't know too many words. Short.
Short. Okay, there we go.
Short or V-neck. He always wears the. This is the first.
Wow.
The first day that he hasn't worn a white V-neck.
White
V-neck. Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah. I think he gets them like Walmart. Like the 20, 30 packs.
Get the packs. Yeah.
Yeah. Cheap.
Wow.
Buy them in bulk.
It's always a V-neck.
Always.
How would you describe Richie? One word.
Genius.
Genius. Okay.
Genius.
I go more so genuine.
Okay, I like it.
He obviously he's a genius, but he's just good people. Like Ibn said, we like good people around us.
Yes.
The room's full of good people. How can anything bad happen?
I like that.
Our whole we got a movement. It's like this thing is bigger than boxing. If you guys are going to see it, hopefully we'll come back, and as we keep on progressing, you guys are going to see that this thing, we're trying to do big things as far as we're just using boxing as our catalyst to get us where we need to go at and give us a voice. But this thing is bigger than boxing.
I like it. I'm gonna describe Richie real quick. Dedicated, since you took genius and short. And those are like V-neck was good though. That was really good. One last thing before the fight. September 30th, you're hitting him hard in his jaw. What's one thing you want to leave him with Cody Crowley about the crippler that you're gonna say be prepared for on the 30th?
What, to my opponent?
I guess you would know. I meant to like the fans, people watching. Like,
no,
not yet. I don't want him to be prepared for anything.
Yeah, no. September 30th. It's another historic night. I'm bringing something to my city that's never been done before. Hometown. Yeah. I don't know.
And where's he from?
I want him to be prepared.
He's from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's a dummy coming into the hometown. You 12-0. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I want to send a message. If you hear me, Holmes, get ready. We gave you enough time. Go get your strengthening and conditioning. I don't care what you do. Get your steroids, whatever you need to do to get ready. Get ready, because we don't want no excuses, and we want you to bring the best. Because it's hard to showcase what we do without somebody there that's at least on the level, so that we can look good doing what we do.
So don't look like a scrub, pretty much.
Yeah, we don't want no scrub. We giving them enough time to train. We keep getting the same amount of time we get to train. There's no excuse. He's just not, the guy's just not coming off the Jamaican Contender, so he's kind of
that's
like
big time. I'm not here
over the Jamaica
TV series, right? The Contender. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he was already in shape. He just now finished training for a fight.
So there should be no excuses.
There's no excuses.
Right.
And now he got 6, 7. He had 8 weeks to train.
Right.
So get your road work on. Go run them hills. Go swim that ocean. Do everything you got to do.
And don't jack off before the fight.
Don't do no more sex.
Right.
No more sex.
How does that happen real quick? Is there a certain time? Let me put you on the spot. But like, is there a certain time frame that you have to stop all that?
Ibn tries to tell me, as soon as camp starts.
Oh, you need to.
That's done.
You need to talk.
And how long is that? 8 weeks?
Yeah. Usually, we're in camp 365 days a year because boxing is life.
Right.
But I tend to break away from that and hit it from time to time.
Right.
From day to day. But no, I get serious like usually around 2 weeks before a fight.
Right.
And it's not for, people say, oh, you're gonna be weak in your legs. It has nothing to do with your testosterone, your hormones.
Okay.
I think what it has, maybe for me, it doesn't affect me at all.
Okay.
I wake up every morning and do that,
right?
Get down dirty and then go spar, and I'm totally fine.
Good to go.
I can go 12, 13 rounds, whatever. So
some of them days
it doesn't affect me. But what it does do is it plays a mental edge. So if you go home to your girl, right? You go bust it off.
Right.
You're comfortable now. You're laying in bed. You're like, this is good. Where's the ice cream? Where's the TV?
Right.
Life is good. You're comfortable.
Right.
When you take that comfortability out, you start getting aggravated. You start really dialing in and focusing on the task at hand. Okay. So I think it's just more of a mental thing.
Okay.
I don't like being comfortable.
Plus, what greater feeling than the orgasm? You know what I mean? It's got to be one of the best feelings in the world, the orgasm.
I'm not going to debate. Yeah, I had something in mind. I had something in mind, but I'm not going to. Yeah,
it's got to be one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's got to be one of them. Okay.
Yes.
So if that's one of the best feelings you can get every single time you orgasm, then it's kind of like you're content with life at that moment.
True.
You don't care about anything else.
It's just like, I'm good.
But then 5 minutes after, you like, okay, now I'd like. Now it's done.
Yeah, but it's a piece of you is gone.
Right.
True. Something like I always believe in the X factor, the unknown. Okay. We always find out new things every day.
Right.
Scientists are finding out new things, new facts all the time. And so I think that when you release that and you have that sense of satisfaction,
right?
It just that's one portion of yourself where you
can't get back.
Yeah, it's gone.
Right. True. Okay.
It's just gone, and the hunger goes for that second,
right,
or for that time until you go to bed. It's just gone. When you don't ever release that,
right,
and you just kind of build this kind of irritate, you can anti. You start focusing on what you need to focus on. Man, I can't wait to I'm going to train. I can't wait because I'm gonna beat this guy so I can get Taylor.
Right.
This is.
Let's put it this way. I know when I hit it, it's a lot easier to walk out to the kitchen and grab that ice cream.
Okay.
After.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That
reads.
I'm comfortable.
I thought about it because I couldn't in high school before I track meet. Track meets on Saturdays. I couldn't do it on Fridays. If I did it on Fridays, I go into that track meet and I wasn't beating. I was coming out number 2. I was not coming out number 1. So,
but that's one of my, as a coach, his girlfriend is one of my biggest assets because she's a trooper. Right. This guy right here turns into a maniac when it's close to time, and I gotta rely on her to say no. Like they say, like just say
Cody,
no.
back up.
No. Sometimes she might call me. Coach is trying to get me.
Gets aggressive. She threatens to call coach all the time.
He gets mad, goes into the other room. He's all mad. Coach, he's coming. I'm like, all right, look, Cody, calm down.
Making him sound like Floyd now. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, but he sometimes he get weak, and then so she is such a trooper. She wants so much for the best for him that she will never give in. Right. And I trust her, and she tells me every single time. So because he knows that she's going to embarrass him and telling me, because when he tells me, is a joke fest coming.
Got you.
And I'm upset too.
Right.
You understand? He don't want to do that. He has a tremendous respect for me.
Right.
You understand? He knows that I'm giving my all, my sacrifice, so he needs to give it his all. And if he's not giving it his all, then we have a problem. You understand?
No, you don't want to give it his all in that.
Nah, don't give it your all.
Now
give it your all.
Got all type
but don't give it your all.
Puns here.
Right. So like I said, she's one of my biggest tools and training assets for Triple C boxing.
Boom. No, it makes sense to me. Well,
so shout out to Taylor. Shout out to Taylor.
Well, thank you guys for your time. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I feel like you're being ready to say something else or no?
I was just gonna thank you.
Oh no, I didn't want to cut you off. But no,
who you like for the fight?
Huh?
Who you like?
Ooh, Floyd, but Floyd's like I don't know.
You know,
about-
you're a McGregor fan.
No, I like McGregor. I do. I don't know anything about fighting though. I just know who I like. You got like, it's tough. It's tough. I can't really. But Floyd, I want Floyd to win. I don't want Floyd to lose, but I like McGregor. I do. Like, so McGregor
You
can
like
take
him
this
or you're
L.
entertained by him?
I like him. I like his mentality. I like people that don't take no bullshit. Like, and he doesn't. He's not gonna take no shit from nobody. I feel like. But when I see Oscar De La Hoya smiling on the sideline, he look a little soft sometimes. Or like, there's a thing about like I'm a Mark Wahlberg fan, and there's something about Mark Wahlberg like nobody's gonna Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Like I get the same vibe from McGregor. I don't even get the vibe from Mayweather. McGregor just seems like he's not gonna take no shit from nobody. I can't even put it. I can't put it. Like
Just
a
same
word
thing
on
I told you about being in the ring, and you know when somebody's really trying to do to you.
Yeah.
You know. You know.
McGregor guy, he gives me that straightforward, like this guy's really a nut job and he's really going hand. Like, but I want
So what's your prediction?
Floyd's gonna win.
But how?
Floyd-
You think it's gonna go the distance? You think?
Because it's all about money, and they can't. I think the only reason that Floyd will not win is because they want to do a number 2. But Floyd, he's undefeated. I feel like heuld not. He doesn't want to lose.
There will not be a number 2 if Floyd would lose this fight.
If he loses
I
it,
can't see how it would be a number 2.
because he want a rematch.
Yeah, but who would want to see that?
People stupid enough to pay $150 for the things.
But I mean, right now it's entertainment because it's boxing versus MMA.
Right.
And everybody will always wants to see that. Even when
It's more so the X factor. You don't know what's going to happen. That's what people think.
I mean, we know what's gonna happen.
1 + 1 is 2.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm looking to Facebook for the free fight. So straight up, no. Once again, I'm talking shit. But thank you guys for your time, Cody the Crippler Crowley. You were going to destroy this Jamaican guy in Canada on September 30th. Get your tickets from memorialcenter.ca. Ibn.
Yes, sir.
Said it right there.
You said it
How do you
right.
spell it?
IBN.
IBN.
Simple.
But there's no I in between the B and the N.
No, it's just bin.
Ibn.
There you go.
Dragon, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with
Bin.
you. Yo, straight
That's
up. No, thank you guys for your time. Make sure you get your tickets. 98.5 KLUC.